Meeting up with that. Yesterday was the beginning of these sessions, and for me, the real starting point of yesterday was Mr. Governor's charge to all of us to not only come to Lagos or come to this summit to come and make new friends, but for us to innovate and come up with solutions, to think outside the box and ensure that at the end of the day, we are able to make a difference in all that we are going to be deploying towards ensuring the Lagos electricity market is sustainable. Okay, so by way of recap, we had a total of 5 plenary sessions yesterday. Oh, okay. The keynote speaker also shared his own experience. He dwelled on the failures of his projects and also dwelled on the successes that the sector has recorded over time, and was able to bring us to a point where the Lagos dream, where he said the Lagos dream is possible, and he enjoyed that all of us should sign off on the Lagos dream. Now, the first session shared by Engineer Abimbola Odubiyi, the chairman of Lagos State Electricity Regulatory Commission, discussed current and future initiatives. Our great chairman made an opening presentation that highlighted the key initiatives that the state is carrying out, and thereafter he asked panelists to make contributions towards his presentation. For me, the most important, the landmark of all the many contributions is the comment from the representative of Engineer Gbenga Komolafe, talking about the need for effective gas pricing and the need for customer rights to be properly safeguarded. And then Engineer Ogenwotu spoke to fair pricing and transparent energy policy. And thereafter, Engineer Odubiyi still closed with a presentation that highlighted the transformation of Singapore about 30 years ago to what it is today, and challenge all of us within the Lagos environment that we can also make it happen. Am I doing well? Are you sure? I'm making a clap for me small now. That will encourage me to recall more. Okay. The second session dealt with opportunities in the Lagos and other subnational electricity markets. And we had our first presenter that was joining us remotely. And that session was shared by Barrister, he doesn't like to be called Barrister now, Shola Arifayo, and basically they were focusing on what are the investment opportunities in the subnational markets, and they tried to evaluate how the private sector can help increase capacity, help increase participation, and how we're going to be able to deal with regulatory challenges in subnational energy markets. And they were supposed to also be proposing how we can improve energy access and all that. The presenter did not bore us at all. He did a lot of work, and his presentation, being who he is, Odion is the consultant to NGF, so he has a depth of information, and he was able to emphasize that decentralized energy solutions, which the subnationals are going to be offering, will help fill the energy access gap quickly and make availability a more sustainable, a more robust thing that we are going to see. And there are various contributions and various questions to the panel. But I found Barrister Anthony Eziamama's contribution with respect to the legal consideration and the need for him to do some work and very, very landmark. And Professor Aloko too provided some insight into their own energy transition arrangement. And of course, Wolemi, who was represented by, what's the name of this great lady? Does anybody remember her name? Olemi was represented by one of our partners, one of his partners. I can't remember the name, but she gave a good account of herself. So in summary, the session was able to say to us, the subnationals are ready, to the best of my knowledge. They will create a more competitive market at that level, and we hope and expect that all that is required, legal framework, enabling environment, will make things happen in a speedy and professional way. Now, for me, the most what I want to say is the most takeaway for me from that session is that for as long as the subnationals are supportive and they are able to put on the table resolution routes to regulatory challenges, decentralized energy solutions and innovations will come on the table, and at the end of the day, we should expect that the decentralized market will help us simplify processes, encourage more private sector investment, particularly in renewable and off-grid. And at the end of the day, I remember Shola closing with the fact that these efforts will help us to unlock the potentials of not only Lagos, but all the other subnationals, and he encouraged stakeholders to work together to address the technical, regulatory, financial challenges hindering the development of a sustainable and reliable energy supply. That takes me to the fourth and fifth session, which we merged together. And in that session, that is the session that was supposed to deal with financing and developing clean energy infrastructure in a state market electricity, and incentivizing and promoting clean energy consumer products in a state electricity market. So we had the largest panel at that particular sitting, and that panel collectively look at the strategies for financing clean energy infrastructure. It also discussed the role of public-private partnership in scaling clean energy projects and identify key incentives and policies that we can put together to help promote clean energy products and solutions. And at the end of the day, they also delve into how to make all this sustainable. I found the presentation of the very first presentation in that session. I found it very, very interesting, although very lengthy. but I think he was able to outline a lot of the consumer products that are already in the marketplace. And for me, we can fairly start getting ready to say farewell to a bad culture of blackout in our rural areas, in our suburban areas, if a lot of the products he has put on display are realized. Professor Akonji, on the other hand, put up a strategic roadmap for clean energy development, and he tried to outline the investment types, the need for green bond, and the role of the private sector to drive that. And my brother Ebipere Clark came up with more of issues around development development of energy infrastructure. I think that's where he focused on, and emphasized the use of data, he emphasized the use of technology, and he emphasized the fact that feeds can be very interesting. I forgot, Prof introduced a new set of vocabulary into the language of the market. I don't know if anybody remember. Feedco, Genco, Disco, Transco, Consumerco, and Coleco. So we actually need to refine that. It's thinking about it in the night. That's why it came back to me now. Thinking about it in the night. I'm tending to say that maybe we should even create a sort of, in those days they would call it think tank. Today they will call it community of interest around each one of those codes. If you agree with me, say yes. So you people don't agree with me, or you are not following me. You agree with me? Okay, so to round up, I'm looking at my time. I'll make some team announcements and we're done. To round up, the last session basically discussed the financing and how to ensure that we mitigate all the risks associated. It also dwells more on government policies and incentives and how to ensure that decentralized energy are appropriately deployed. And then the public partnership cannot be neglected. We need to really focus on it. Policy reforms. In closing, the moderator was quick to point out that Lagos is on the right path, and across Nigeria, we require this decentralized effort and public private partnership to make sure that at the end of the day, we create a conducive environment for investment, innovation, and ensure that clean energy solutions are accessible. So I think, did I miss out anyone? That means you are not following me. I missed out one. Who knows the one I missed out? I know you remember that. Please help me give her a round of applause. Okay, I missed out the session on overcoming technical challenges, and that was shared by our the CEO of LASREC, and they basically look at what are the issues that will stop us from having 24/7 supply. And at the end of the day, they zero in on the need to modernize the infrastructure, enhance grid stability through smart technology and energy storage solutions. I'm still quarreling with engineer, the lead presentation for that session. Don't let me mention his name. so that it doesn't get. Okay. It's even engineer Dr. Oluwaseun Fadare. Okay, so I'm quarreling with him because I think we're in the university, because he gave us such an in-depth analysis that I was looking for my Google. Is it Google or dictionary that I need now to be able to search out some of those words and be sure that I'm still able to learn the key words that are coming from there. So what are the takeaway? What are the key issues? For me, the key issues relate around generational challenges, transmission constraints, issues around distribution, issues around collection, issues around energy theft, issues around energy storage and smart grid, and there was also the issues around energy mix and diversification. At the end of the day, the panel encouraged that we need to invest more in smart systems. We need to ensure that renewable energy have deep roots, and then so going forward will be to revitalize and increase on a speedy note our generation infrastructure. We need to ensure that our wires and transformation capacity become top-notch and promote renewables, implement storage system, and enhance regulatory framework to ensure that bad behaviors are not encouraged. Those are my own words. That bad behavior thing is something that I say quite a lot. Okay, have I missed out anything now? Hello? Have I missed out anything? Okay, I think that's it. In all honesty, I think we have covered everything. Okay, so this is how we are going to roll today. Does everybody have the pamphlet? Can I have one? It's going to be a long day that is broken into two sessions. The first session of the day is this academic part of it. This academic part of it is the first session of the day. And we are going to have the policy and regulatory related issues dealt with in this room. Policy and regulatory will be in this room. The commercial and financing related issues will go to, what's the name of the hall? Ballroom 1 or 2? 1. Okay. The issues around infrastructure and capacity development will go to ballroom 2. We'll go to ballroom 2. We need to ensure that the session that is holding here, this session needs to close before 3 o'clock, because we need to convert this place into a dining room, a discotheque, a grooving joint. As we're having the conversation and all that, don't plan to get drunk, but there will be just enough for those who drink alcohol. For those who drink water and related products, I'm sure there will be more than enough. So whatever dates or whatever you have overnight, just let me know. Bring your dates over. This place is large enough to contain us. So later in the evening at, is it 6 or 7? Are you sure? Okay, we'll start 7 on the dot, but you are free to start coming in from 6 o'clock. But 7 on the dot, and we will close. I think we should start at 6 so that we can close at 9. We'll start at 6 and close at 9 for the purpose of those who are traveling far and those who, on account of family duties, may not be able to stay. But, I mean, The groove will be on for as long as it takes us to have it. There's a live band that will be here, one of the biggest in Lagos. I mean, we have worked so hard over 3 days. We should let off the steam. And I hope at the end of the day, we'll not only make new friends, but we'll make new connections and make the market happen, not only for today, but for our children. On that note, may I say thank you for coming, and I think we may just move into our various sections. Have I done well?
Thank you so much, sir.